Well, it's time now for a look at our social media topics for this week. With me in studio, Tshepiso Moche, our SABC digital news producer. Tshepiso, welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, well, let's start with the recession because we are awaiting that ratings review by Moody's. This week we were put into a recession, a technical recession. Not good news. What were the sentiments on social media?
Well, Natasha, on social media, people were very critical of the current leadership, saying we don't have leadership. That is why we find ourselves in situation like recession. And they saying they also blaming comments by Water and Sanitation Minister Nomvula Mgonyana, saying it's such reckless comments like that we are in where we are today, and saying because people in government, mainly ministers, will not be affected by the recession. It's us, people on the ground or ordinary citizens, that will feel the full effect of the recession. And they're saying they're hoping that this will be a lesson to the incoming government. They're saying that they hope that come 2019 we won't have the same government, because in less than 10 years we had 2 recessions. The last recession we had was in 2011, saying that they hope that this will be a lesson to the current ANC government.
All right, let's look at the big story this week, the Cape Storm and the Knysna fires. I mean, it's just so tragic that after months of no rain and the Cape in a drought, we now get this terrible destruction. So a lot of people reacting to this, a lot of people reaching out with donations and with help. And I'm sure you've been getting a lot of dramatic pictures as well on social media.
Natasha, earlier this morning I saw a video actually of a truck which was blown away by strong winds in Cape Town. It fell on its side, and people are continuing to tweet and send their pictures of the after effects of the Cape Storm and the current fire that is in Knysna, saying, urging people to donate, saying, although we are not affected, but let's reach out to those who are affected. And they continue to send their heartfelt messages to those who are affected, because we know that some have lost their IDs, others have lost everything. And we saw earlier this morning on TV that people can send their donations, whether it's clothes, whether it's money, anything that will be of assistance to those who are affected is welcomed and will be appreciated. And
I'm sure people can continue to send in their pictures and their news to our Twitter handle. Yes,
they can continue to send their pictures at SABC News Online on Twitter, or they can send it to on our Facebook page at SABC News Online.
Let's look at Zille's suspension. The DA officially suspending the Premier Helen Zille from all party-related activities. What have the views been on this?
People are divided, Natasha, on this one, saying the current situation in DA is similar to that of ANC, whereby although some want Zille out, Premier Helen Zille out, others are saying, well, if the DA pushes Helen Zille out of the DA, they will also not vote for the DA come 2019 elections. And it's a catch-22 situation between what the DA wants to achieve and what the voters want for the DA, because we know that that tweet that Helen Zille sent out earlier this year got many people angry, and now people are divided. Then they were speaking in one voice, saying Helen Zille must apologize. She cannot make such comments, especially on social media, because this was not her first time tweeting something that upset people. Now, most tweets that we saw, Natasha, are saying if the DA will not impose a very harsh punishment on Helen Zille, they will not vote for the party come the 2019 elections.
Very interesting. And on the back of that, we have Julius Malema in his press briefing yesterday, highly critical of the DA and how they've handled the situation with Helen Zille.
And Julius Malema gave the DA an ultimatum, saying if they don't get rid of Premier Helen Zille, they come the next voting, they will not join the DA. They will not vote for the DA. They will not vote for the ANC either. Malema said they will simply fold their arms and watch the DA suffer, because if the DA does not deal with Helen Zille, it shows that the DA is similar to ANC. and he touched on this Gupta emails, this Gupta leaked email saying the corruption that has happened at Prasa must be investigated, and he said they will lay the charges against then Enterprise Minister, is now our current Finance Minister, Minister Melusi Gigaba, saying today they will lay criminal charges against Gigaba, and the social media reaction, Natasha, I must be honest, it's mixed. Although some are happy that finally there's light at the end of the tunnel, others are saying, but charges have been laid before against politicians, but nothing has come out. But because now Malema has mentioned that they will also include US and other foreign government, they're hoping that something eventually will come out of this saying politicians must be held accountable at all levels.
Well, we wait to see the continued backlash from those Gupta emails, as they've been called. Tshepiso, thanks so much. Tshepiso Moche with us, going through some of our trending social media topics.